Well, hi there, and welcome back to the show. This is another episode of the All Around Growth podcast. Today is Wednesday, February 16th, 2022. This is episode number 286 of a show that provides insight and tools to build the life and homestead of your dreams. My name is Rob Kaiser, and I am your host. Today we're going to keep it simple, and we are going to read 42 of the most powerful quotes by Earl Nightingale. I oftentimes reference Earl Nightingale in the show in various reasons. I've talked about one of his famous publications or recordings, The Strangest Secret in the World, but here are some more details about Earl Nightingale, and this comes from a brief article from The Goal Chaser, and I will link to this in the show notes. And the article reads, Earl Nightingale was an American author, radio broadcaster, and motivational speaker. He is best known for the inspirational quote, "We become what we think about," and for reminding people about just how powerful their thoughts and beliefs are. Some of the most famous quotes by Earl Nightingale touch on the topics of the enormous power that lies within us, the importance of having a solid goal, taking action, serving others, and doing what you love. Below, you will find a list of quotes by Earl Nightingale that have inspired us over time. Be sure to check out the final quote we have listed, as we think it sums it all up very nicely and inspires action. Okay, before I get into and read these 42 quotes, I want to share with you why I've decided to do this today. As I went about my routine this morning, even though it's a vacation day, the routine was much like any other day. Although I slept in and didn't set an alarm, I woke up, did my stretching, after hydrating that is, jumped in the shower, took a cold shower, sat down, journaled, and did all of this cold shower and journaling while listening to The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. And somewhere about 28 minutes into the recording, there was a quote that struck me. So I looked it up. And this article was the first article that popped up that identified that quote. It is one of these 42. A quick scroll leads me to believe that it's later in the article. And I thought, I've talked a lot about goals lately. I've talked a lot about the 2022 Goal Setting Workbook by Dan Miller. Again, I will link to that in the show notes. And some of you have emailed me, and I have yet to actually respond. I may have responded to you acknowledging the email, but I will be sitting down at a computer today to email those PDFs out if you have requested that. But we're all at different points and different stages in our life, and we all have different goals and different objectives. So no matter what your goals and objectives are in life, these quotes will apply to you. So take a moment, pause, think about these quotes, think about where you are in your own personal journey, and think about how they relate to you. Let's go. We become what we think about. Everything you and I will ever have will come to us as the result of the way we use our minds, the one thing we possess that makes us different from all other creatures. Whatever we plant in our subconscious mind and nourish with repetition and emotion will one day become reality. It is not what happens to you in life that makes the difference. It is how you react to each circumstance you encounter that determines the result. Every human being in the same situation has the same possibilities of choosing how we will react, either positively or negatively. People are always blaming their circumstances for what they are. I don't believe in circumstances. The people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want, and if they can't find them, make them. Luck is what happens when preparedness meets opportunity, and opportunity is there all the time. Your world is a living expression of how you are using and have used your mind. Every one of us is the sum total of his own thoughts. The more intensely we feel about an idea or a goal, the more assuredly the idea, buried deep in our subconscious, will direct us along the path to its fulfillment. All right, guys, I'm going to pause there for a second. This is the quote that stood out to me this morning. I found what I'm about to share with you so powerful that I decided to dedicate the entire episode to this quote. I just wanted to take a screenshot of there real quick. This is the quote that struck me, and I hope that it strikes you in the same way that it did me, because it's something that we're all striving for. It's the reason why we set our goals and objectives. And I thought it was profound. Success is not the result of making money. Making money is the result of success, and success is in direct proportion to our service. I'm going to read that one more time, and then I'll continue moving on with the rest of the quotes. Success is not the result of making money. Making money is the result of success, and success is in direct proportion to our service. Earl Nightingale. We tend to live up to our expectations. Never give up on a dream just because of the time it will take to accomplish it. The time will pass anyway. Learn to enjoy every minute of your life. Be happy now. Don't wait for something outside of yourself to make you happy in the future. Think how really precious is the time you have to spend, whether it's at work or with your family. Every minute should be enjoyed and savored. Our attitude toward life determines life's attitude towards us. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal or ideal. People who have goals succeed because they know where they're going. It's that simple. When you judge others, you do not define them. You define yourself. We are all self-made, but only the successful will admit it. You are now, and you do become what you think about. All you need is the plan, the roadmap, and the courage to press on to your destination. A person who does not read is no better than one who cannot read. The opposite of cowardice. Let me reread that. The opposite of courage in our society is not cowardice. It is conformity. The opposite of courage in our society is not cowardice. It is conformity. The opposite of courage in our society is not cowardice. It is conformity. Think about that. Wherever there is danger, there lurks opportunity. Wherever there is opportunity, there lurks danger. The two are inseparable. No man can get rich himself unless he enriches others. A great attitude does much more than turn on the lights in our worlds. It seems to magically connect us to all sorts of serendipitous opportunities that were somehow absent before the change. The only person who succeeds is the person who is progressively realizing a worthy ideal. It's the person who says, "I'm going to become this," and then progressively works toward that goal. 1. Give yourself a definite goal. 2. Quit running yourself down. 3. Stop thinking of all the reasons you cannot be successful, and instead, think of all the reasons why you can. 4. Trace your attitudes back through your childhood and try to discover where you first got the idea you couldn't be successful, if that's the way you've been thinking. 5. Change the attitude you have of yourself by writing out the description of the person you'd like to be. 6. Act the part of the successful person you have decided to become. Work never killed anyone. It's worry that does the damage, and the worry would disappear if we just settle down and do the work. There is a time when one must decide either to risk everything to fulfill one's dreams or sit for the rest of one's life in the backyard. Think about your goal in a relaxed, positive way. Picture yourself in your mind's eye as having already achieved this goal. I'm going to have to revisit that. Bear with me and pause. There is someone at the door. Think about your goal in a relaxed, positive way. Picture yourself in your mind's eye as having already achieved this goal. See yourself doing the things you will be doing when you have reached your goal. This is the quote that I left off of. When I thought there was someone at the door, it was just the wind catching the door. But this is important, this visualization technique. Let's read that again. Think about your goal in a relaxed, positive way. Picture yourself in your mind's eye as having already achieved this goal. See yourself doing the things you will be doing when you have reached your goal. But most people live a life of quiet mediocrity and never achieve the success they truly desire because they get impatient. They want easy success or none at all. They see the path to success as a frustration, an impediment. Each day spent short of the ultimate goal is viewed as a time of failure and as an annoyance. As such, they get distracted by hundreds of little things that each day try to get us off our course, yet the successful among us know the truth. Ideas are worthless unless we act on them. Even if our home burns down, we can rebuild it. But the things we got for nothing, we can never replace. Everything that's really worthwhile in life came to us free. Our mind, our soul, our body, our hopes, our dreams, our ambitions, our intelligence, our love of family and children and friends. All these priceless possessions are free, but the things that cost us money are actually very cheap and can be replaced at any time. 1. You will become what you think about. 2. Remember the word imagination. Let your mind soar. 3. Courage. Concentrate on your goal every day. 4. Save 10% of what you earn. And action. Ideas are worthless unless we act on them. And the greatest teacher of all, the carpenter from the plains of Galilee, gave us the secret time and time again. As ye believe, so shall it be done unto you. A success is anyone who is doing deliberately a worthy, predetermined job because that's what he decided to do deliberately. Prosperity is founded upon a law of mutual exchange. Any person who contributes to prosperity must prosper in turn himself. Sometimes the return will not come from those you serve, but it must come to you from someplace, for that is the law. We've got to put the fuel in before we can expect heat. Likewise, we've got to be of service first before we can expect money. Don't concern yourself with the money. Be of service. Build, work, dream, create. Do this, and you'll find that there is no limit to the prosperity and abundance that will come to you. This was another quote this morning that stood out to me and dovetailed in within the dialogue of the quote that I previously read that stood out to me as well about being of service. All right, it's important, this idea of serving. We've got to put the fuel in before we can expect heat. Likewise, we've got to be of service first before we can expect money. Don't concern yourself with the money. Be of service. Build, work, dream, create. Do this, and you'll find that there is no limit to the prosperity and abundance that will come to you. Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. For every one that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. Successful people are not without problems. They're simply people who've learned to solve their problems. And it looks like we've read most of the quotes thus far. And the author of this article reads, "One of the last quotes I wanted to leave you today is one that sums up the beliefs of Earl Nightingale and the impact it can have on your life. Live this new way, and the floodgates of abundance will open and pour over you the riches." I butchered that, guys. Let me repeat that one more time. This is the importance of listening to The Strangest Secret and making this a part of your life. Live this new way, and the floodgates of abundance will open and pour over you more riches than you may have dreamed existed. Money, yes, lots of it. But what's more important, you'll have peace. You'll be in that wonderful minority who lead calm, cheerful, successful lives. Start today. You have nothing to lose, but you have a life to win. Earl Nightingale. Now guys, I will again link to The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale in the show notes, and I would encourage you to make it a part of your life. Make it a part of your routine. Make it a part of the way in which you are actively reprogramming and repatterning your mind. This is necessary when we want to make change in our lives. It's necessary, and it takes time. Not only does it simply take time, but we need to be consistent with the application of the various tools and resources that we use in order to reprogram and repattern our minds and our lives. Don't get frustrated when you don't achieve the desired result as quickly as you wish. Be patient, be consistent, and one day you will find yourself looking back, realizing that you have achieved that which you have set out to do and more. And you will also find yourself in a position to share it with someone else. Family, friends, or an audience just like this. Wherever you are on your journey in life, trust the process, and if you don't have one, create one. I wish you the best. I believe in you, and I hope that you have a great day. This is Rob Kaiser, and thank you.